Just leave it, it's fine. Discard. Ibukun, can you see me now? Let's see how we're doing. Hey guys, sorry about that. So the network just booted all of us out. I'm hopeful I can get Ibukun back. I'm sure I will on here. Okay, great. Yay, I think it's gonna work now. It's gonna work, I'm sure. Just going by Amina's comment earlier. Oh dear. Can you guys hear me? Is my sound good? Is my sound good? This is so strange. Is my sound good? Network is a beast today. Thank you, Amina. Thanks for that. Thanks, Seon. Great. Great stuff. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal, you're joining us. Are you in Nigeria or you're still in the abroad? Okay. So I'm getting people asking to join. To join. I would have, but it's not that kind of party tonight. I probably have one where we can just be gisting. Ibukun, it's saying that Ibukun is unable to join. That's the error message I keep getting for you, which is strange. Okay, Crystal is in the abroad. You're welcome. If you can send me a request, maybe, Ibukun, that would be great. I mean, while we're waiting for her, I guess definitely we can go ahead and talk about how mindsets, because Seon mentioned that during the conversation, we did put this conversation out to people and we were like, how, in fact, in one of our WhatsApp groups on, Ibuku says she's tempted to start pretty times. I don't know why I can't, it's just not letting me either invite you or it's not allowing me to, I don't know. It's strange. It's strange. Can you send me a request? Is it allowing you to send me a request? Somebody said they already prayed. Don't worry, it will. It will. Okay. So someone said maybe you should log in and log out, Ibukun. Maybe that will help. Thank you so much. Pal Online Store. Hey, Pal Online Store. Thank you. All right, so I really want to dive into this. So there was the part where in this WhatsApp group, as I mentioned, somebody said that, there's this feeling of unworthiness. And I really want you guys to put in the comment section what you think is holding you back. So for example, let me give you a wonderful one. I saw one recently that there's a $50,000 opportunity. It's a grant for social impact, those in the social impact space. But then it gave particular sectors, industries that they were looking to fund. If you saw that on your WhatsApp, maybe message from a friend, what would stop you from actually, accessing it? Why would you not apply? Can you guys give me some reasons in the comment section? Because I feel that is one of, okay, great, I have a request. Great. Let's see. I have a request. Ibukun, I saw your request. I'm not sure if it's coming on your end. If you can send it again, that would be great, because I'm not sure. I've sent one as well from you. Okay, so as I was saying, only if it doesn't sync with your business. So Crystal, do you find that you actually apply for these funding opportunities when they come? Now, guys, I'm going to do a bit of secrets. I'm going to give you some little secrets here and there. So I was talking to someone this week gone, and the person is Seyon, I love your answer. I love it. I'm coming to it. Let me go to what Crystal was talking about. So Crystal said that she would apply, if she actually has, if she sees the application, the opportunity that she would apply. Now, here's the tricky part. Did you guys know that the funding opportunities you see in your WhatsApp groups have already been shared? So I want women today to live with a certain level of understanding, right? Okay, Ibukun says she can see me, but she can't hear me. That's strange. That's strange. But everyone else can hear me, right? I'm very sure people said they could. Ibukun, maybe turn off your device, put it back on. Don't worry, we're here. We're here. We still have a few more minutes to go. So, switch off the device, relaunch your Instagram app, and we'll have a conversation. It's okay. The Fund Hunt series is something that we're going to be running throughout until our IWD event, which is holding March the 2nd. So please don't worry if we don't cover everything in this particular session. There's going to be one next week Sunday. All you have to do is set your alarm. All right. So as I was saying, the application that Crystal says she applies for, Crystal, they've already shared who they are giving. They've already shared who they are giving it to. This funding world is permit me to say this, it's a dog-eat-dog. So I remember one that I applied for, I won't name the name or whatever, right? And that year we came second. We put in a very strong application. Guys, the one that you will stay up, your eyes will be paining you, and you'll be like, I'm getting this. You will fast, you will pray, you will say, I got this. You even ginger yourself on the matter, like, I got this. And then we didn't get the first place. We now found out who got it. You know me now, I will go and find out what they did. So, this funding thing, don't think it's just application. There is backdoor in there, somewhere in there, I promise you. Because the funding that they are showing you is split into, like, let's say if it was a pie of 100%, right? Half of it, they've already given to people they know and they trust. You that you have not entered anywhere before, they don't know you, they don't know your business, you come and you say, oh, you just want to apply because you have a strong passion for recycling, or you have a strong passion for educating children. That's great. But are you in the system? Are you in the system? If you're not in the system, the money you are seeing has already been shared. You are just applying for applying's sake. And I think that if we don't say these realities, you are going to think that you are being rejected, whereas you are not being rejected. You are coming late to the party. Do you understand? So if you are coming late to the party, of course you're not going to get a share. You're not going to get a share. Let me tell you what the first runner, the people who came first did do. Guys, all they asked us to do was present our financials. They gave us some scenarios. And they said that we should present the scenario in light of our own organization, our future plans, all of that. Apparently, these guys went a step further. They hired somebody. Please be hearing me, so you can write down what you need to do different to your application. They hired somebody to help them cross-check their application. They got some, the girl's mentor, I know her very well. I know her very, very well. She's actually Nigerian, right? So she got her mentor to also help them look at it. Like, there was just a lot of input, right, into the application before. I mean, this was what? Maybe 5 years ago, 5 years ago or so. So my point is that what you think is an application is actually a grand party you are trying to hold, and you need to call as many people to come and help you. It's not something you just feel with yourself and say, okay, this is like business. When men, oh my God, there was a project some guy that I know was working on, and I'm telling a lot of stories so it's relatable, guys. This project was for a global company, and all they asked them to do was present a project that would allow for funding of any amount that the project needed. Imagine that one is even blank check. If you see the way these guys worked, I was privy to it because I was very close to one of them. If you see the levels of checks they put in place, they sent it to their MD friends, sent it to so many people to give their input. They sent it to me as well. Me that, we're all rising. I just looked at it. I gave my own input here and there. They won, no, by the way, they won. And this was like a global situation. They got all the money, all the funding they needed. But in my head, I was like, how many women apply like this? How many of you have a funding consultant that you go to and say, I beg, help me look at this thing. Please look at it. How many of you have that? Your business may be great, but if you're not good at storytelling, you are joking. You are joking. Storytelling, the way you will package the thing, you need to know how to package. Somebody said that to me recently on another application. I'm constantly applying. Please tell your neighbor online, apply this year. Apply this year, because you will learn it by force. The people they are giving the money to is business they are running like you. They are running businesses like you. There is no reason why you cannot run the business like that as well, right? Ibukun, I've accepted you again. I've accepted a third time. I don't know, right? So there are certain things that you really have to go for this year. Apply, exactly. Now, Seyon said something earlier on. She said accounts and her books, and this is very interesting. It is true. They will ask you for your records. They will. Who wants to throw money away? Is it the government or who is it exactly? Nobody wants to throw money away, right? So it's a case of, and I'm being real and practical here, guys. If you know you want to apply for money in any amount this year, basic things you need to have, I will say it now. And if I can have someone pin it in the comment section, that would be great. Number one, you need to have a pitch deck. A pitch deck. Ibukun, I'm still getting this error message. Ibukun is unable to join. I don't know why, right? It just popped up again on my screen. Number one, you need to have a pitch deck. Hey, I remember in 2017, and I was applying for funding that I was invited to. This one, they even invited me. And I was in my fashion garments business then and everything. And I was just wondering, how can I make my story? You know, some people have stories that really sell, like those in healthcare, education, social impact space. They always have this very heart, it's like when you hear their business idea, you'll be like, oh my God, you're saving the world. But you're just there, maybe you're selling coconut oil. You say, please, how can coconut oil have a touching and very impactful story? Or maybe you are selling Ankara ready to wear pieces. You're like, how can my own have an impactful story, since it's only impact that is getting attention now where funding is concerned? Not true. I remember that day in 2017, they gave me a one-pager. They told me to fill a one-pager. That one-pager, I had to write about my business. Some of you don't know your business the way you should know it. And what that means is this. In your pitch deck, the way you have to talk about your business is like it is you. Some of you only know what you do as a process. You don't know your business. So when they tell you to articulate what you do, you are talking about a process, not what your vision or your mission is. You are talking about, oh, we sell coconut oil that has been made from the finest and purest. That's not your mission and vision. That's a process you are telling me about. So your pitch deck, and guess what, guys? You don't have to do it alone. If you don't have the funds right now, go online. Type on your Google bar. Please write this down. Free outstanding pitch deck templates. Free outstanding pitch deck templates. Put it there. It will pop up. Go through them. Or you can even do Oversabi and put, after writing that phrase, you put plus sign and put to win application or to win funding, right? Put it there. Put it there. It will bring some amazing results. If you want to go a step further, after writing to win funding, you put plus again. You put agriculture, or you put renewable energy, whatever sector you are in, garment and textile, or whatever. Put it there. It will bring up so many different what's it called, templates for you for free. But if some of you feel maybe you have like 50K to spare, maybe 100K, and you're like, this pitch deck is now ours, because you will need it for the different applications, guys. There's no way, right? That pitch deck, you can also outsource it. We have partners in the Borderless Trade Network that do this. They offer that service. So if you want it, you can enter DM fast. There are people there waiting to hear you. Say, please, I need pitch deck. You can't apply for funding using grammar and say, well, what we do is, no. They already know what they're looking for. Keywords, buzzwords. If you don't have it, you can't get it. All right? That's number one. Number two thing I will tell you to prep again this year are your financial statements. Guys, stop playing. It doesn't matter if your revenue is just 200,000 naira. That is not what they're looking at sometimes. Sometimes they're just looking at, did this person keep their records? Some of you are running your bank account, running it. Okay, talk to, again, we have financial account services. We have it. Financial statement account services. If you want us to get that one too for you, we will help you. This year, no excuses. Please, no excuses. Those people too, I think per year, if you want them to audit maybe your last 3 years, it's about 120K per year. So if you want to do for 2021, they will do it, but it's 120K per year. All you have to do is simple. Just trust me on this one. They will ask you to for you to send them your account statement that you used to run the account. You know what the funny thing is? Even if it's your personal account, let's even start with that one. Remember, we are doing better this year. If you're having issues at all opening a bank account with your CAC document, let us know. This year, no excuse, please. If that is your problem, let us know in the DM. To enter DM, let us know. Remember, it's fund hunt. If you want to go hunting, do you not go with tools? So this pitch deck, these financial statements are things you are going to go with, all right? So after your financial statement, okay, Ibukun is requesting again. Let's see if we can do it. Holy Ghost, help us. I do not know. It's not coming through. Wow. Let me try as well to invite you. Maybe it will go through. Please, oh, she's joined. Has she joined? Yay! And then they will say that the Holy Spirit, I don't like it. He works. Oh my goodness. Oh, love it.
In all my years of doing a live, this has never, ever happened to me.
They don't want the women to get the money. They don't want them to get the money. That's why. Thank you for being back. I appreciate it. I was just taking the women through how to really just position for the funding, because that's also one of the things I want us to touch on. What are the tools? What are the documents that they need to get ready? So I spoke very briefly. I'm not a financial expert by no means, but we already spoke about the pitch deck, that they really have to get a pitch deck ready. I also told them that they need to get their financial statements ready and audited as much as possible. Now, the interesting thing is, I put a price to all of them because in BTN, at the Borderless Trade Network, we actually have partners that provide these business support services, right? So there's no excuse. I don't understand why you would not have, even if it's 2 years of audited accounts, you need it. You can't get any money. Nobody's going to give you free money. Even the free grants the grants we're talking about, right? They still ask for these things. You can't get away with it.
Oh, yes.
So please tell us other things. Tell us other things that that women need to get ready in order to access the funding this year. What other things should we get ready?
Fantastic. Oba, you're so spot on. I think you basically covered two of the most important things, which is really the pitch deck and the financials. And I think I heard you when you were saying about the records. It's very important that we have records. If any bank would do any business with you, they want to see that. And that's why they ask for things like your credit history and the likes. It's really important. The other few things I would say are just silent things for your business. First of all, who are the people at the end of affairs? Who owns the business? You. who are the people on your board?
Mm.
Now, you may think this does not matter, but I have seen loan requests being turned down because the people the people who were supposed to approve it knew some of the people on the boards, and they knew them for dishonesty. They were not credible people. And based on that, they did not approve those loans because they knew these people had an history that it just wasn't, they had a history that just wasn't it. Maybe they had
No,
taken loans before somewhere and it wasn't working. And
no.
so that loan was really shut. It was a shoot down on arrival, So those kind of things really matter. Who are the people on your board? You have to be very careful that you're picking people who are strategic, people who can pull their weight for you. So it may not necessarily be in terms of funds, but in terms of opportunities, where are they going to push you in terms of opportunity? It is so important. Some people will look at the people on your board and they're like, oh yeah, let's see what she wants to do. Let's learn more about what she's doing. And some people will see the people on your board and they're like, this man, no, this company, it's going nowhere. So it's very important that you have to do that. Number two, the other thing I would say is when it comes to fundraising, please never make it about the money.
Okay.
It's really about the end result.
Talk to us.
Because
hey.
funders are very weary about what their money is being used for.
Okay.
And I find this thing plays out every time. I go for financial literacy trainings and I ask people, how much do you need? First of all, they cannot even articulate how much they need. One.
So I'm hearing articulate how much you need. How do I identify how much I need, Ibukun? Tell me that one first.
So if you're going to, how much depending, that is largely dependent on the purpose of the loan. So if I'm going to buy assets, I understand. If I were in your shoes, I'd have made inquiries on what kind of asset I am buying. Is it a car? Is it a machine?
Okay.
Can it be bought in Nigeria?
Okay.
Can it be manufactured in Nigeria?
Okay.
Is it a machine or an asset that has to be transferred from abroad or that has to be imported in? Most banks run away from imports because I've had a loan issue before where the guy imported goods. It was damaged on sea. Now he brought it into Nigeria. There wasn't really any specialist that could really take care of that machine, that could actually, put things in place. And so the loan almost went bad. And once loans go bad, the banks will come after. Even the microfinance, they are even more shrewd. I hear they lock them up in toilets and a whole lot of things, So they will come after you because they want to get their funds back. So it's very important that, okay, I want to get assets. Right. Do your primary homework. Where can I get it in Nigeria? If I can get it in Nigeria, can it be manufactured? If it's not manufactured, are they bringing it from somewhere? If they're bringing it from somewhere, who are the people who can actually repair or maintain this thing in Nigeria? Where the banks also have, sometimes they partner with organizations, like maybe if you want to buy a car, they partner with under or specific people.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
The people who sell, I'm trying to remember their names, but it's all flying off. And then they partner with them that these are the people that you can get invoices from, and then we will fund. If you go to meet anybody outside these people, we can't deal with it. Because look, the biggest part of credit is really credibility.
Yes.
Beyond all that we're looking nice and good, you come to my presence and you say you want to loan. I cannot determine how you will pay it back from your niceness, looking and all of that, because it's really about how do I get the funds back.
Absolutely.
And for most funders, even if they don't want the money back, they test you to know, first of all, what do you want to use the loan for? One. Two, how do you want to use it? People tell me, oh, I just need funding to expand my business. I know you want to expand your business. How do you want to expand the business?
Okay.
Are you getting new stuff?
That's
so in articulating it, and in writing it,
yes,
because these are the things that are the problem. You don't say, I want 2 new staff.
Yeah. I
know you want 2 new staff, but how is it translating back to the income? So you say things like,
Ibukun, wait, you are giving let's cool it. Let's go back. There was something you said. There's something you said. You said that I should be able to articulate how much I need, and that need must be done in a particular way, right? So I look at my machinery, I look at my staff, I look at maybe premises, blah, blah, blah. Are there things, there are two questions I want you to answer in one. Are there things that I must not put, or that donors or banks run away from once they see it on applications, that this one, no. Are there things that are very common like that that they say they don't want to be a part of? That's number one question. Number two question is for my people in services. You're in services, right? And I know that people on this call that are in the service space. Maybe they own a beauty spa, they are in legal, they are in education. How do they bring in their own, how do they articulate their own need for expansion? What could they put down in their own application that they need the money for?
Fantastic question. This Obaye. Fantastic questions. So first of all, when you first of all, when you're doing your loan process is broken into different parts. There's the how does your money come in, your business model, what you want to use the loan for, how you would repay back and everything. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that people do is they believe that the turnover in their account is sufficient for that loan.
Okay.
I know a lot of bankers dislike people saying this, but I have to. The truth of the matter is the narrations on your accounts are very important.
Hey!
If I have
Go ahead.
if I have if I'm running Ibukun Omololu enterprise,
Okay.
and then I am making somebody is making deposits into my account,
Okay.
and is not putting in proper narration.
Wow.
The bank can actually tell you that this money is not linked to your business. It doesn't show anything that is tied to your business.
Okay.
If you have an account and then you're not using it for personal runs, or guy is giving you money for soup, or you want to buy something and then he makes the money for soup. By the time the bank is running your account, we are going to exclude those things out because it's not tied to Ibukun Omololu enterprise.
Yes.
There's no way, and that would invariably reduce your turnover. So for some of you who you said, oh, my turnover is this, my turnover is, and we check and look. And checking to see which one is right, which one is wrong. So if your narrations do not tie into what it is you're doing, it's going to bring down your turnover. If your turnover is not sufficient to pay back that money, it's 33.3%. There's a way we calculate it, and I don't want to make it too technical. But for example, so let me just use this random example. Maybe I am earning 100,000 every month.
Okay.
And then I want to take a loan of maybe a 5 or 4 million. That is somewhat outrageous.
Right.
And it's going to take a longer time for me to pay.
Yes.
So if I'm going to be paying that 5 million every month, how much do you think I'll be paying from my 100,000 that is being paid to me? So let's say I'm taking the loan for like 8 years. That's like 5 million divided by 36 months. Okay, I don't have a calculator to do all the figures, but you find out that the figure I might be paying might be maybe a 52,000 or a 60,000. It's ridiculous. The bank will not give you that because they will look at you that you have to eat, you have to take care of yourself. Yes. So if out of your money you're already taking 60-something thousand out, what is remaining? You know, so they will do that calculation that it has to be 33%. So if I'm earning 100, what I have to be paying back every month more.
Okay. Is it my network or Ibukun's network, guys? Can you guys still see and hear me? If you can't, okay.
Commensurate what you are getting every month. But the income is not steady. It's not even 100 every month. It could be 60 this month. It could be 50 that month. And then you're saying you will pay it. Who will give you the money? Because these are depositors' funds. I remember.
Okay. Thanks, Amina. Thanks, Seon. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Thanks, Omotola. Okay, so this is interesting conversation. Narration. Even me, as she was saying narration in my head, I was like, oh my God, I have so goofed. Because sometimes I don't put narration. Am I the only one that is guilty of that? I don't put narration. It's not a business account. Of course, everything coming in and out is business oriented. Okay, so I think we've lost Ibukun. Her network seems to be in and out and all of that. But I will ask you a question. Cattle foods. Cattle foods. You know, I'll ask her when she comes back. She's gone off right now. I think it's her network. But I think this is, you know, interesting because even as little as narration, for crying out loud, like it's just annoying. Oh, your bank won't allow you payout without narration. My own does. So shout out to Access Bank. Shout out to them. Send they go. You know. But please, from now on, at least these are the little adjustments I was saying that we need to make women, you know, because they were asked to see it. And let me tell you this, I can't confidently say it's the truth, but I make it is a claim, is my opinion. I think because banks are in a business, they too are a business. They are not charity, they are not a support group. They also want to only give money to people they trust can pay back, meaning that they will look for anything to disqualify you if it's not there. Okay, they will disqualify you straight up, like no whatever. Now, to the point that she made, and I really hope those in services, okay, she's requesting again. Let's see if this go live. I hope those in services will also get to your part on what you can put into your application that you need funding for. Because sometimes I find that to be a bit tricky and people don't know what to put in there. Okay, great. Hey, Ibukun. It's sort of like rolling and you're on, you're off. It's just in and out a little bit. Exactly. Someone said risk.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's okay. I mean, it's a network issue. It's not your fault. So, somebody said it was my job in the past to disqualify. So when you went off, I just quickly told people that, you know, they can get disqualified easy by banks because the bank is looking for who not to give the money to. And Crystal says that was her job. Oh my God, I am literally in, oh my days. So this thing is not as they are telling us they are supporting women. They are also looking for ways not to give what they will not be able to back, as it were, right? Oh, yeah, I don't want to say what I want to say because we're online. We can talk about this in our WhatsApp groups. But go ahead, Ibukun, please go ahead. You were on the point of, you know, just talking about people returning. But there was a question for you from Cattle Foods, just to bring that in really quickly. She said that what percentage of your earnings or turnover can you apply for? And that's a good question.
Okay, so depending on the purpose of the loan, because it's in different there are different loans. So if it's an asset, the bank expects you to provide equity contribution, and it varies for different banks. I don't it varies for, you know, mortgages, different things. It shouldn't be more than 20%, but it varies. It depends on what you're taking it for. So it's if it's for a house, it's different. If it's for a machine, it's different. If it's for a car, it's different. And why they ask you to bring equity contribution is just it's and then also that you are vested in it, that you are not just taking the money and running away. So they will tell you to bring some form of funds to, and then they will bring in the remaining funds for it. So that's it actually depends on the kind of loan you're applying for. But like I said, your payment back should not be more than, it can't be over 33.3%. So in anything you're doing, there's a way you can calculate it. I also have the spreadsheet, and I can share it with you. There's a way you can calculate it using that spreadsheet to know that okay, I'm in the clear here. I can actually apply for this. So it's dependent on your income. It's dependent on what you want to use the loan for, and it's dependent on the type of loan. You can't just, it's not a one size fits all, because it's there are dependencies on it.
Mm.
So that question is actually dependent on the kind of loan you want to take and the whatever else might be tied to it. Now remember that banks are different. They have different risk appetites and they have different
Yeah,
conditions. So
true.
what you might find in GTB might not necessarily be what you find in maybe a sterling bank. Everybody have, even though there's a credit manual and a guide that shows some of those things, but then everybody have their risk appetite. So if somebody is saying, I want to give you this loan, I don't need a guarantor. In another bank, you could meet them and say, oh, we're not even asking for guarantor, we want collateral. So it's based on their different risk appetite. But like I said, it's
Okay.
very important that you don't make it, when you're getting the money, you don't make it about yourself. And then how you put it down, either how you write it or how you articulate it. I was going to give a clear example of if I'm requesting for two, I would like funding. You can say something like, if we get two new staff, which would cost us 600,000 for a year. Then we can increase our production from so amount, or increase it by 50%. That
Mm-hmm.
is different. That is clear. You've given a justification on, I need two staff at this amount because
Mm-hmm.
this is what they are doing, and in 2 years we get to the point. It's different
Yes.
from you saying, I just need money and two staff, salary. Those are the things, and these are funders. They have the money, but they are also very learned people.
Hmm.
So they won't just give you the money. They can tell when you're not serious. They can tell
Exactly.
this one is just, this
Yeah.
one
This one
this
does
money
not
won't come back.
understand. Yes.
Exactly. So the moment you're able to articulate and they're asking you about your numbers and all
Yeah.
of that, it's very important that you're able